Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. I wanted to do a little different of a video today. Tammy Powley, she's on YouTube and she does some Blythe customizing and she buys a lot of Blythes and a lot of different dolls. But she was talking about journaling with doll collecting and journaling with your dolls. And that just lit a spark in my mind. So I just wanted to bring these girls out so we wouldn't be alone for this video. We have Rowena, we have Winda, and we have Kiana. So cute. They've been hanging out with me while I've been getting ready. That's why it took them so long. I wanted to get all my notes in order, and if I look down, that's what I'm doing, is looking at my notes. But yeah, guess to start out, I think journaling for me has always been a part of my life. I've always loved to write. Actually, one of my dreams is to either write a play or honestly write a TV show. I used to do a lot of that. But I think everyone understands that therapy, counseling, trauma, and journaling really go hand in hand. You can work through a lot by journaling. I've definitely worked through a lot. I still have a lot more to go. But, I think a lot of us have the same connection with doll collecting. There is trauma that we haven't been able to work through, and there's trauma associated with the dolls themselves. I think, gender stereotypes and social perception really impacts why people are so embarrassed about collecting dolls, why I think a lot more boys don't collect dolls, but they'll collect action figures and stuff. I don't know what experiment it was, but they did a study where they had kids gravitate towards a boy or a girl toy if they were a boy or a girl. I think the test results showed that the boys would grab the boy toy and the girls would grab the girl toy. But what you have to see is, as a parent, they are already use societal cues and everything they've grown up with, and they start treating that child as the gender they were assigned at birth, and the roles that go along with that, the stereotypes that go along with that. That's one reason I collect dolls. Is it not so much because my family wouldn't let me, but because it was just instilled in society and in my brain that that is not okay. You don't do that. Boys don't cry. You gotta man up, be a man, all that stuff. So yeah, that was one thing I was really thinking about with journaling. I've done journaling so much longer than I have doll collecting. When Tammy Powley mentioned that, I was like, oh, I can definitely put those two together, because who doesn't have a journal that is blank laying around, that who wouldn't love to fill it up? Fill it up with, I have some ideas. I'm going to show you a little bit about how I do it, but I had some different journaling ideas that I thought people could do, like a basic inventory of the doll and when you received it, how much it was, or just even literally the date you got it and the name of the doll, and plan out customizing your own Blythe doll, the whole process, and draw it out in your planner and literally step by step break it down and make it easier for you. And then you can go and change your ideas or just go back and say, just reflect on it. Same with customizing outfits. I think you could do the same thing or literally put it together all in one. And I'm sure there's people that actually do this already. You could create your Grail wish list, and fill up a journal, or you don't have to fill up a journal, just fill up a few pages, and you can put multiple things in one journal. But create a Grail list and then put a sticker next to it, or check it off when you've actually got it. And then I thought this was a really cute one, do a birthday journal with your Blythes and make sure you know when they were born or when you got them, and then do something special with them and just journal about it. Bring your journal with you, and when you're out and about, just journal about what you guys did. So I think I covered pretty much everything I wanted to cover. I think we can get into more details of how I journal in particular. Just for right now, it might change. That's okay. All right, so this right here is my journal that I keep for my Blythe dolls. I just made a cute little cover page for it, and I just wrote what brands I collect: Takara Tomy, Customs, what years I collect from those brands, and just when we started this. All right, so on this first page, I just have, exactly what I'm going to put in the journal. I have, their date of birth, their arrival date, some backstory on them, and just some basic information about them. The order in which they arrived is how they're going to be put in here. I just have a little synopsis of why I collect in general, and then, yeah, just a reiterating of what I collect. So this is where we start. I just do the lettering, the acronym type thing that Blythe does for them. Then I write out their full name. I love you, it's true, Blythe. The mold, the release, the date, the note, price, stock, which is what they came with. And I got all of this basic information on, I think, everyone's favorite Blythe site, blythetopia.com. I know there's like a Blythe wiki, but I love the Blythetopia website so much better. And it gives you the basic information and what it comes with and the molds, everything you need. And then I just save a little bit of room here for a backstory, because I think we all have hopes, aspirations, dreams that unfortunately sometimes may not come true. A way I cope with that a little bit is maybe my Blythe dolls can live that life, or maybe they have lived that life that I want to live. And it helps me process through things and accept things more, because I think you can grieve more than just a person. You can grieve a time in your life. You can grieve the way things used to be. So this kind of helps with that. So here's just a full page of what I was talking about. It's each Blythe by number, when they arrived, all their information, and a little room for backstory. I'll give you an example here with Matryoshka Maiden. I gave her a little backstory, like she was born in Russia and she moved to New York City in 2016. She opened a bakery and a Matryoshka doll store, and then she recently has moved with some of her friends that have become sisters to her in upstate New York, and she's just living her best life, and she's going to get a new outfit. Kiana's going to style her up, so she's excited for that. And, that's just a little story I made up for them, and I know they do come with stories, and sometimes if I want to keep that story, I might, like, for instance, this Yaderman Blythe will probably stick to her story pretty closely because she's actually based on a real character. For my custom dolls, I just have, not really the exact date of when they arrived, but just a month up there. I have their name, and then their country where they were born. And then I will give them quite an extensive backstory because they have pretty much a blank slate, which I love. And this is just the journal I use right here. It is so cute. It is actually really slim, but it has a lot of pages in there. I think it's Noritake or something like that, but it is a Japanese artist, and he just makes such cute artwork. And I thought this was perfect for my dolls. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that video. I thought it was a little something different, and I just want to see if there's more people out there that might have the same hobbies, or different hobbies. I would love to hear about it in the comments. If you could like, subscribe, comment, share, I would greatly appreciate it. Hit that notification bell so you know when a new video is uploaded. And yeah, I have some unboxings. I have a package on the way. I don't know if it's going to get hit with the new tariffs or not, but we'll see. So yeah, I hope you all are happy and healthy. I hope you and yours are happy and healthy. I hope it's a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you are. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.